All right. Ready for another round of my rapid fire wrap up? You know what I say. You better be, because I'm ready. And you know what happens when I'm ready? I'm like a bull. I'm flying out of the gate. So wave that red flag or whatever it is, that red tablecloth, whatever, and get the hell out of the way, because here we go. And you're going to enjoy this, because I always do. I always do. That's why I do it, because I have fun. My stage of the game, if I don't have fun, I ain't doing it. So here we go. So, everybody watched the President's State of the Union the other day? Well, this must have really made CNN choke. 75% of Americans that were polled approved of it. Okay? Approved of it. And viewers identified as Republicans, 42%, 25% identified as Democrats, and 33% as independents, all were in favor of him. On a related note, my pal, Nancy Pelosi, she never ceases to amaze me. You know what she said? Pelosi wrote in a statement on last Friday that a 50% cut to legal immigration and recent announcements to end temporary protected status of Central Americans and Haitians are both part of the same cruel agenda. They are part of Trump's administration to make America white again. Yeah, that's right. To make America white again. Way to go, Speaker Pelosi. Is it really kind of time for Mrs. Pelosi to just stop speaking? And by the way, I'm not white. The shirt I'm wearing is white. I guess I would be like a beige, tan, pinkish hue. I mean, and I've never really seen a black person either. I've seen brown, many different shades. Maybe we should have a blue person. Well, that was the Smurfs, right? The Blue Man Group. Green, that's Kermit, right? I don't know. Mum and Shots? I don't know what the hell. Last week we talked about something called the right to try. Terminally ill patients in this country having a right to take experimental drugs to sustain their life and prolong their life and maybe cure their illness. The FDA's against it. Well, 38 states in the country are for it. So am I. And so is Mr. Trump. A green card veteran is facing deportation. This is kind of touchy. Miguel Perez, 39, he's a Chicago resident. He had 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan. He was also discharged from the military for drug infractions. Well, he got home and he got involved in drugs and he got sentenced to 15 years for drugs. Did 7.5 years. And when he thought he was being released, he was sent to Milwaukee to a detention center to face deportation. Now, I get it. He served 2 years in Afghanistan. Thank you. That was great. Just because you did something good doesn't mean you get a freebie to do everything wrong. And his problem is, he said the military didn't help him get my green card. Or his citizenship, excuse me. Well, did he ask? And I have a better question. It's a privilege to be a citizen of this country. And I know the president said at the State of the Union, and I'm wholeheartedly agree. Guys that commit a crime, ladies that commit a crime, you do your time, you should be able to get another chance. But he's bounced out of the military for doing drugs and getting involved in drugs. He's in jail now for doing drugs. He's still not a citizen. Citizens get chances. Those that aren't citizens, they get deported. Fact. Hillary Clinton said she regrets not firing a former aide over sexual misconduct. You know, I just think you regret getting caught, like you always do. But it's a pretty common thread with you, Mrs. Clinton. You get caught at doing a lot of bad things. You know why that is? Because you do a lot of bad things. Stormy Daniels. She was on Jimmy Kimmel. She's got her 2 seconds of fame. And I mean, and I'm not an aficionado of this. I got a couple of friends of mine that really are. But I think on the totem pole of, porn stars, she's like a solid D- chick. Well, she's on Jimmy Kimmel. Why? Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel. There you go. What's next? Saul the plumber? I mean, come on. So she's not sure if she had an affair with Trump, didn't have an affair with Trump, signed the waiver, the NDA, took the money, didn't take the money. You know what? Shut up. Really, shut up. And shame on you, Jimmy Kimmel. Really, you having this clown on? Come on. You're better than, well, you're not really better than that, you stink. Your best day was when you were the flunky on Win Ben Stein's Money, but I digress. Again, I show how old I am. Millennials are saying they don't approve of our country, and they think we're on the wrong track. But they think they're on the right track. Now, here's a little tidbit. They said when it comes to voting, candidates' positions on the issues are much more important to millennials overall. But 35% of them said they probably have no plans on voting and have never voted. So if you don't vote, my theory, if you don't vote, shut up. Got nothing to say. If you don't go to the ballot, November 5th, November 4th, whatever it is. You're done. Shut up. Another one. This is, again, mind-boggling, right? And you blame Trump for this too. 77 unauthorized immigrants found in the back of a UPS truck near the border in San Diego. The truck driver is an American citizen. He was arrested, and he was interviewed by the cops. His name is Sean Lee Seller, and he admitted to being, among other things, aside from an idiot, a human smuggler who was expecting to transport only 50 people and was surprised that there were 77 inside. Great defense, Sean. As I read the other day, Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey, charges against him are dropped. It was a mistrial in the first case, and it just would have been an incredibly more waste of taxpayers' money. And he's going to run again for Senate. And you know what? He's a Democrat. He'll probably win. I'm not a big fan, but I'm a fan of right and wrong. And I think that Mr. Menendez got a really raw deal, and I'm glad that the mistrial was found, and I'm glad he's not going to be tried again. Speaking of Democrats, or what do I call them? Dummycrats, that's what it is. Here's one of the head of the Dummycrats, Christian Gillibrand. She said the Republican Party's silence is deafening on Steve Wynn. Now, she made this historical announcement on The View with noted politicians Whoopi Goldberg and whoever else, Joy Beehive, or whatever the hell her name is. Who's on that show anyway? But what the hell is she doing in the middle of the day on The View? Doesn't she have anything better to do, like represent me? Isn't she a senator from New York? I mean, I know she's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. But I'm just wondering, Senator, did you all Democrats, did you give the Harvey Weinstein money back yet? I'm just saying. I hate when I ask those questions. Amazon, Berkshire Hathaway, and JP Morgan Chase are saying that they're going to enter into the healthcare business. Now, they made this pretty large announcement. You know how large an announcement it was? It rocked the market 360 points the other day. Now, there was no information at all about this, except that they were thinking about doing it. Now, I don't know about you, and everybody else thinks this is great, but I'm going to tell you from 34 years of experience on Wall Street, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, and Jamie Dimon locked in a room putting their heads together, that ends bad. Here's what's going to happen, and write this down. They're going to come up with some super hybrid health insurance plan, and the rates are going to be astronomically low, embarrassing other healthcare providers, and they're going to suck everybody in. You know, like that big Hoover vacuum cleaner you can buy on Amazon? And when everybody's in, they're going to jack up the prices. Because Bezos, Buffett, and Dimon don't do anything out of the goodness of their heart. They watch for their wallet first. And that's okay, they're capitalists, they should. But don't get fooled by the okie doke. So anybody know what the chairman of the FCC, Ajit Pai, thinks of 5G network? He doesn't like it because he's afraid the government is going to get involved and spy on people. Well, the government thinks that it would prevent China from hacking into our systems. And by the way, if you have an Easy Pass or a credit card with a chip, or you drive down the street in Brooklyn, there are cameras all over the place. Don't look now, the government's already spying on you. All this would do, make the internet faster, make internet commerce better, and our security better. So, you know, far be it from me. And by the way, he's a political appointee, and he was appointed by President Trump. So probably not a great career move to rock the boat on this. A mayor in Hallandale Beach, Joy Cooper, she's arrested. 3 counts of felony fraud, taking bribes. She's a 57-year-old Democrat. I had to throw that in. She's a 57-year-old Democrat. But she took bribes in 2012. It's 2018. What the hell's been going on? What are we waiting for? Her to take more bribes? I don't know. This is kind of sad. Not that I'm a Cleveland Indian fan, but you know I'm a big baseball fan. We'll leave my team out of it, those blue and orange guys in Flushing. The Indians have announced that starting in 2019, Chief Wahoo will no longer be visible on their hats or uniforms. Now, it's interesting. The club apparently agreed with the position of Commissioner Manfred with the logo is no longer appropriate for on-field use in Major League Baseball. This coincides with the Indians being awarded a successful bid for the 2019 All-Star Game in Cleveland. Anybody want to bet that in 2020, Chief Wahoo makes a surprise appearance? Keeping with the sports team theme, Shaquem Griffin. He's an outside linebacker from University of Central Florida, the only Division I team this year that was unbeaten. He's my very favorite football player. Want to know why? He's pretty good. He's a linebacker on UCF, as I said. He had 74 tackles last year, 13 and a half for losses, 7 sacks. He had a sack and a half in the Peach Bowl against Auburn, where they beat the crap out of Auburn. He had some great games. Last year, he had even a better season, 92 tackles, 11 and a half sacks. Guess what Shaquem Griffin doesn't have? A left hand. It was amputated when he was 4 years old. This young man plays football at a Division I level and is going to enter into the NFL with one hand. Shaquem, you are my hero, man. God bless you, and good luck, man. I'll be rooting for you. Maybe the Giants will pick him, and they'll finally have a good draft pick. Odell, you here listening to that? This was great. Some doctor out there, some nutritionist, and I'm not a big, I'm a good eater, you know what I mean? Pizza is a healthier breakfast than cereal. This is great. Cold pizza, microwave pizza, store-bought frozen pizza, don't do that. Doesn't matter. But it's got protein, it's got carbs, it might even have vegetables. Mine doesn't, but that's okay. It's a hot slice of cheesy goodness. It's a better balanced breakfast if you've ever seen one. And look at some of the cereals you're feeding your children these days, moms. Give the kids some pizza. I love that. And now, for our very favorite part of the rapid fire, the Asshole of the Week. And you guys, right again, have submitted 2 good ones, and I got one too. Let me give you your 2 first. Ex-Mississippi Governor and major Republican National Committee Chairman, Haley Barbour, got in the airport to get on a plane from Jackson, Mississippi to Washington, D.C. Had his toothbrush, a loaded pistol, and he got arrested. Now, Haley's comment was, yeah, I'll pay the fine. Are you kidding? Isn't that mandatory jail time? Getting on a plane in 2018 with a loaded pistol? I mean, this guy is an asshole, really. WEEI suspended, a radio station in Boston, sports are equivalent to WFAN in New York, suspended a talk show host. And the reason why, his name is Alex Reimer. He called Tom Brady's 5-year-old daughter, Vivian, an annoying little pissant, which led Brady to say, I really don't want to, appear on your network anymore. And he'd been doing it for quite a while. Now, I get it. Nobody likes Tom Brady. You're going to start dogging his 5-year-old child? That's just a bully. And just a rhetorical question from the mind of yours truly. Had Tom Brady been sitting across the table from Alex Reimer, do you think he would have said that? I mean, he's a telephone tough guy. He said it over the phone. I got to believe, even, super cool Tom Brady, milk and cookies and kale shakes and all that other avocado ice cream and all that other crap that he does, he might have taken a poke at this little jerk, and he probably should have, too. And now, here's my favorite asshole, and this comes under a new category. A pompous asshole. Easy for me to say. Pompous asshole. Sorry, I don't want to get in trouble. And it's the owners of the Continental in East Village dive bar. And they're famous for selling 5 shots of anything for $10. They've decided that anyone who uses the word literally is banished from their bar. Literally thrown out. Literally. See what I did there? Literally. Continental has occupied its famous space near St. Mark's Place for almost 30 years. And they had the Ramones and Iggy Pop over the days, all of that great stuff. But here's the deal. They filed for bankruptcy twice, and they're scheduled to close for good January 30th of this year. Now, I'm a business guy, I'm a Wall Street guy, I'm a VC guy. Pretty helpful little guy to know. Just saying, maybe you guys should focus more on sales and operating a good bar, classy place, and stop eavesdropping on people. Eavesdropping on people. Eavesdropping? Are we eavesdropping? Yeah, we'll eavesdropping. Well, it doesn't matter. They're out of business anyway, so the hell with them. I'll be in business on July 1st. They won't, so who cares? Eavesdropping on people. And by the way, guys, literally, you're the asshole of the week. Literally. I'm out.